Hey guys, it's Ms. Castor. Go ahead and get out Cornell notes and title them Graphing Inequalities. Remember that when we are graphing inequalities, if it is an open circle or a closed circle that represents a boundary, the open circle is not including that number and the closed circle is including that number. For the open circle, the signs that we use to represent that are less than and greater than. The closed circle, we have less than or equal to, and greater than or equal to, and we have equal to. Okay, number 1, your notes should look very similar to mine. If you have questions for me at any point, those need to go over here. So I have 3x is greater than 6. My first step is going to be to divide both sides by 3. I divide by 3, x, my sign does not change because I did not divide by a negative or multiply by a negative. So I have x is greater than 2. To graph that, I have a greater than sign, so it's going to be an open circle at 2, and then I graph everything to the right of that. Okay, I want you to do number 2 on your own. Again, put questions over here for me as you go and write out your steps. So you should have gotten 10 is less than or equal to n. Whenever we flip that around, we have n is greater than or equal to 10. We've got to have the variable first whenever we're graphing. So it's greater than or equal to, so we have a closed circle, and then we graph everything to the right. Alright, number 3, we have 3 minus 2 times the quantity n minus 4 is greater than or equal to negative 1. So the first thing I'm going to do with this is going to be distribute my negative 2. Remember that is a negative. So I'm distributing negative 2 times n and negative 2 times negative 4. When I distribute that, I get negative 2n plus 8. I bring down this 3 and I bring everything else down exactly, greater than or equal to negative 1. Alright, my next step is going to be to combine my like terms. So I'm going to combine like terms. I've got this 3 and this positive 8 that I can combine. So I have 3 plus 8. That gives me 11. I can't combine anything else on either side of my inequality symbol. So I have minus 2n is greater than or equal to negative 1. From here, I'm going to get my variable as the only thing on this side of my inequality sign. So I need to subtract 11 from both sides. So subtract 11 from both sides. When I do that, those 11s cancel. I get negative 2n is greater than or equal to negative 1 minus 11 gives me a negative 12. From here, I am going to divide by negative 2 on both sides. Remember to write out your steps on the right side. Divide by negative 2, divide by negative 2. Here is where my bells and whistles, lights and sirens go off because I'm dividing by a negative number. So whenever I do that, my sign flips. These 2's cancel and I have n. Then I have negative 12 divided by negative 2 gives me a positive 6. So this is what we have here. And then to graph this, I have a closed circle at 6 because it's an equal to, and then I graph everything to the left because that is where my inequality symbol is pointing. Alright, I want you to do number 4 on your own. Again, questions for me, go right over here, write out your steps, pause the video so that you can work on that. Okay, you should have gotten b is greater than negative 4. You should have your steps written out over here to the right, and you should have graphed this on the number line with an open circle at negative 4 and shading everything to the right. Again, if you did not get this, go back and rework it. And if you have questions, put them over here on the left side. Make sure you go back for all 4 of these and pick a number that is true of this statement that you get at the end and plug it in and see if that works. Remember, you need to write a quiz question, write your summary, and I will see you guys in class.